Tell me a little bit about your experience. I'm looking forward to having you. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
The experience on the show was incredible. It's kind of, you really can't put it into words because you're going through things with just a select number of people that no one would even know what really happened. You see what's on the screen, you see the wild excursions we did, the intense moments we had on the beach in Temple, but there's so much more that happens. There's such a little time frame they could put on TV, but we're together 24 hours a day. So just the experience of living with these random people with no phones, you're just literally in the elements. You're getting everybody's raw emotions, raw selves. And it's just an experience that it's like it's crazy because you're meeting people that you never would cross paths with in real life, almost so to speak. And just to watch how everybody like adapts to each other and like forms alliances and just forms habits because they're around somebody so much. It's such a social experiment that you really can't put into words, but it was amazing to say the least.
That is incredible. And what would you say was the biggest challenge for you being on the show?
The biggest challenge for me personally being on the show was being like the big buff tough guy, like I know I come off as just, oh, he's muscles, he's from Brooklyn, so I have the accent, I got the look. So for me, I'm like, I can't really even do a push-up on this show without being looked like as a D-bag, so I'm trying to lower myself down a little bit to, ease into the people's like minds and make sure they know I'm friendly, I'm fun, I'm always energetic, but I'm not that type of guy, I'm not trying to be rough and tough and rowdy, I guess. So that was the tough part about it. I had to just slow down on the workouts. Like you saw me the last episode, I was lifting a log. Like that was the furthest extent. We having fun with it. If I feel like if I'm just sitting there doing push-ups on the bench on the deck, I would have came off as like just that guy, and I didn't want to come off as that guy because I'm not that guy. So that was the hardest part, just trying to overcome the image that I had just because of my physical stature.
Very nice. And what made you initially want to go on the show?
Oh, just growing up, I loved reality TV. I was a big MTV challenge guy. Loved the Jersey Shore. So like it was just watching that. I was like, these guys lived a life. They have so much fun on TV. Like the stuff that they do is incredible. Some things you would never think of even attempting in your life. I'm swinging from a tree. I'm dealing with snakes. Never in my life did I think I would do these type of things. And growing up watching that, I always just wanted it. I wanted to be a part of something like that because it just looked like a once in a lifetime opportunity that not everybody in this world has. So to do something different from my everyday life, it's just surreal. It was a lifelong dream of mine.
That is incredible. And what would you say you learned the most about your experience?
I learned the most that I'm very fearless. I'm putting my hands in snake pits. I'm swinging from trees. I'm running through swamps that I don't know what's in there. It could have been piranhas. I saw a black mamba. I swear it was a black mamba. I'll stand on my word. But I'm willing to do it all, to do whatever it takes to get what I think I deserve. So that really showed, and I was a little impressed at myself with some of the things I watched myself on TV. Besides the whole stand-up paddleboarding thing, we won't speak on that. But everything else, I was very proud of myself of how just I just would will myself to be the best I could be.
And tell me a little bit about working with everybody. Did you have, other than what we saw on TV, did you bond with anybody else or just someone you wish you got to know better?
I bonded with a lot of people on the island. Definitely me and Boston Rob and Aaron kicked it off right away with each other. We would hang out on the island all the time, and even throughout the whole season, me and Rob we were just always together, laughing, having a good time. I wish now looking back, I wish that I would have rolled with him deeper, but he had Aaron as his number one. So I knew I was never gonna crack that. So that's what kind of deterred me from ultimately working with Rob, but looking back at it, I wouldn't have changed anything I did. I can't go in with regrets. I did everything I did off of instinct and what I had dealt with me. So I played my hand and just going back, I wouldn't change that thing.
Nice. And what was your favorite moment that maybe we didn't get to see?
My favorite moment definitely was definitely the I could learn, like I said, I learned a lot of things with hanging with Rob. I learned how to crack a coconut, learned that they were actually delicious. We learned some sand games and the play bocce ball a little bit. It was a lot of things that we had off camera that were just like chill vibes, like we had away from the game itself. So that's what I had a lot of fun doing because I had a lot of fun in the challenges, and you could see that, and that was a thing that was for everybody to see. But off camera, like just stupid little leisurely things that I learned from Rob, just being on an island, stuck with nothing else to do. That was the fun part.
And what would you say was your favorite challenge that you did?
My favorite challenge was definitely the swamp one when we had to get to follow the wires and get to the case without knowing what it really was. I came out on top. I think I excelled at it. I loved it. It finally was a chance for me to take my destiny into my own hands. A lot of them, the challenges were, you had to get lucky, you had to be put in the right situation. This was based on your ability to follow a wire, to have precision, to deal with the terrain, the water, the trees, the branches. Everybody, we were coming out with cuts, bruises. You were able to take the game into your own hands, and I did that, and I showed that I could excel at that. So that right there was my favorite. Second favorite was the snakes in the water and the explosives, but definitely that one.
And is there anything you would have done differently in your experience?
No, I don't think I would have changed a thing. I did everything I did on the island off of my instinct, off of my own basis. I decided my fate. I didn't let anything else deter me in any way to choose what I was gonna do. So everything I did, I chose myself. I rode it out to the end. Ultimately, it didn't pay off because, luck of the draw, 50-50. I chose wrong, but I can't regret a thing I did, and I wouldn't take a thing back. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm here for a reason. Listen, I made it to the final six out of 13 out of thousands who apply for the show. I wouldn't change a thing.
And what's next for you?
Well, next in my life is the wedding coming up with my fiance, but hopefully there's more reality TV and along the way. I loved it. I got a taste of it. I want more. I loved it. Like I said, I finally fulfilled a lifelong dream. And now I played Deal or No Deal on top of it. So I watched Deal or No Deal before I even started watching, the challenge, Jersey Shore. So now that I got basically two things checks off my bucket list, now I want more. I want to just keep competing. I want to get my face out there. I want people to know that I'm not a wrecking to be messed with. Um, so I want to keep going and I want to hopefully win next time. If there is a next time that I'm on a show, I want to win.
And what's one thing you wish people would have learned about that we didn't get to see on the show?
I think people learn that I'm a fun guy. I'm always throwing in one-liners. I'm having a good time. I'm always in high spirits. I want people look at me, that we get this look, we get this judgmental thing about us in Brooklyn, big guy, got that little haircut, I got the look to me, the muscles, the accent. I want people to know there's more to me than just like the muscles and the fun and just like the tough guy. I'm a very, soft-spoken guy when it could be, I'm very adamant about the people who I trust and keep around me. I'm very loyal, very trustworthy, and I just want people to know that it's just you got to look deeper sometimes than looks. I'm very smart man as well. I know I said I don't read books and all that, which is true. I don't read that much, but I graduated college, 4 years, got my degree. Just because I'm a sanitation worker doesn't mean I don't have a lot more to me than just picking up things and throwing them out. That's what I wish people saw.
Nice. Well, my dear, it was a pleasure to speak to you. You're amazing. I'm proud of you, and I hope we get to speak again soon.
Thank you, Sammy, so much. I appreciate everything you said to me and having me.
Of course, you're always welcome on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.